Welcome to another video lecturer on machining process. In this video, I am going to talk about the fundamentals of machining and the lathe machine and its parts. Manufacturing process is the one which converts raw material into finished good. So there are different manufacturing processes are there, such as casting, forming, joining, machining, non-conventional machining and powder technology. So casting uses liquid metal to make the components. Forming uses the forces to deform the material to get the required shape and size. Joining, where we weld and solder the components. Machining, where we remove the metal from the bulk material. And non-conventional, we make use of the energy. In case of powder metallurgy, we make use of the powder metal. We have seen different manufacturing processes. Machining or metal cutting is important manufacturing process among all, because you manufacture the component by using any other method for finishing and for getting the correct size and for getting the what you call assembly between the different parts. The machining process is essential one. So in this video I am going to talk about the basics of the metal cutting and the machine which is called as mother of all the machines. I am going to explain you about the lathe, its parts and their functions. Metal removal or machining is a process of removal of material in the form of chips to obtain the desired shape and dimensions of the component or the part. Figure shows there is a tool is there and work is there. Tool is a hard material, whereas work is a soft material. When we have a relative motion between the tool and the workpiece, the cutting action takes place. So the cutting takes place by what we call it as a shearing of the material from the bulk one. How it takes place, let's look at this simulation. So when the tool moves, the material from the bulk will come in the form of a chip. A small simile also we can consider how this action takes place. So when you try to eat the ice cream from the bowl, you use a small stick of the scoop. When you remove the ice cream from the scoop, slowly the removal of the ice cream from the cup is nothing but it is shearing of it. Small what you call piece of small amount of the ice cream, we take it out of the cup and we will eat it. The machine which it is designed to achieve the relative motion between the workpiece and the tool in order to get the machining action, so that one we call it as a machine tool. There are several different machine tools are there. Lathe, drilling machine, milling machine and grinding machines are there. So where lathe is the first machine which is been manufactured by the mechanical engineers, and other machines are manufactured by using the lathe. That's why the lathe is called as mother of all machines. So drilling, milling, grinding, these are also called as machine tools. Normally the lathe is not called as a machine tool, simply it is recognized as lathe. Let's see what are the different parts of the lathe are there. So lathe is a machine used to remove metal from the workpiece to required shape and size. The principle of lathe is the workpiece is rotating, so whereas the cutting tool moves along with the axis of the rotation of the workpiece. So when the tool comes in contact with the workpiece, the metal is removed in the form of chips. So the work is held in the work holding device known as check. The work is rotated about its axis against a single point cutting tool. The tool moves parallel to the axis of rotation of the workpiece to produce a cylindrical surface. The tool should be harder than the material of the workpiece. It should be rigidly held on tool post of the machine. It should be fed in definite way relative to the workpiece. Let's see a small simulation about these all process. Work is there, so we hold it in the check and we rotate the workpiece, and the tool is moves parallel to the axis of the horizontal axis of the workpiece, and the metal is removed. So you can see here the diameter of the workpiece is been reduced. So this is the principle of working of lathe. So these are the components of the lathe. I am showing you two figures which are also taken from the internet. One is the 3D isometric view and one is the two-dimensional one. Basically, we require some means to rotate the workpiece. For that, the headstock is used where the different powers and gears are adjusted there. And we need a movement of the cutting tool. The cutting tool is held in the tool holder, and we need some means to move this tool holder along with the axis of the rotation of the headstock or the workpiece. For that, we need some more arrangement. That is, the tool holder is mounted on the compound is mounted on the carriage, and this whole carriage is mounted on the beds of the lathe machine where we have got the guideways, and to move on the guideways we require a rack and pinion arrangement is there, and whole assembly can be moved with the help of the hand wheel. The whole assembly of movement is in the form of what we call it as a carriage. The more details we will see it. On the right side of the picture you can see that one more part is there, which one we call it as a tailstock. It plays a very important role. It helps in holding the workpiece and also it helps in holding other devices. Later we will discuss about this. So now we try to understand the function of each part of the lathe machine. Remember, the principle is to rotate the workpiece and to move the cutting tool along the horizontal axis. To get this arrangement, so we need so many components, and the combination of these components will lead to the working of the lathe machine. The first one is the bed. Bed is essential one because the function of the bed is to absorb all the cutting forces which are there because of the cutting action of the tool on the workpiece. So normally this bed is prepared from the cast iron because it is very good. It is having very good compressive strength and absorbing capacity. So all tailstock, headstock, all the components finally mounted on the bed. The next one is the headstock. So this is important because the power which is required to rotate the workpiece, the power to move the cutting tool, everything is included here. The headstock consists of a motor, gearbox, different levers to change the different speeds. It also consists of what we call it as a spindle, which is attached to the motor. The spindle is responsible for rotation of the workpiece. Over this spindle, we will put working device, what we call it as a chuck. In this chuck, we are going to hold the workpiece. The next part is very important, is the tailstock. So this will come on the another right side, another extreme end of the lathe machine. So this helps in supporting the long workpieces. It also helps in holding the tools like drilling, reamer, boring tool, different tools we can accommodate it here, and we can move it further. We can with the help of the hand wheel which has been attached here. So this tailstock can be placed anywhere on the guideways. We can unscrew this tailstock. We can place it anywhere on the bed of the lathe where the guides are there. So you have to unscrew the tailstock, move to the desired level, and again screw it. So how it works, we discuss it when we discuss about the lathe operations. The next part is what we call it as a carriage. The carriage is the very essential and very important part of the lathe machine. This is mounted on the lathe bed, so which slides on the guideways of the bed. The carriage has various other parts such as saddle, cross slide, compound rest, tool post and apron. Remember, all these parts are there to get you the different relative motions between the tool and the workpiece to carry out various operations on the lathe machine. Saddle is the one which is responsible for movement of the whole carriage over the on the beds. The saddle is mounted on the either side of the what you call guideways. So it is forms in the form of H. Then comes the cross slide. The cross slide is mounted on the top of the saddle. So the movement of the tool post is done with the help of this cross slide. So whenever we wanted to have movement of the tool perpendicular to the axis of the rotation, so we make use of the cross slide. Then comes what we call it as a compound rest or the compound side. So this is used to tilt the tool post to the desired level. Whenever we wanted to machine the taper type of the workpieces, so we have to set this compound rest to a certain angle. So that is helpful in conducting or carrying out the operations like taper. Next is the tool post. It is very responsible for what you call holding the tool. You have a variety of tool posts, single tool post or four-way tool post. So simultaneously you can fix up four tools on the different places over this tool post. So you can rotate them one by one as and when they are required. So there is a small arrangement is made with the help of what you call nut and bolt arrangement. You can unclamp the tool post, you can rotate it to any angle, again you can clamp it. The last part is the apron one. So this is the part which is just in front of the carriage, which is responsible for engaging the feed rod and the lead screw for the automatic feeding and the thread cutting operations. So these are the different parts which we have discussed here. So I have given two links here. So please go through those links. So where you will get the 3D animation and the actual machine is explained in these two videos. So again we can sum up the different parts of the lathe machine: bed, headstock, tailstock, carriage, saddle, cross slide, apron, tool post, lead screw, feed rod. Okay. So let's try that, how much you learned this particular video. I hope that you got the answer. I hope you got the right answer. The first one is headstock. Second one is tailstock. The third one is threading operation. The fourth one is carriage. Thank you for watching my video.